Hi everyone. Good evening. Okay, I hope everyone's doing well. Today we will be aligning to love or love consciousness. So, if you remember last week, we aligned to easy growth because we realized that even though a lot of us want to grow, um, we have associations with growth which are which just come as a package deal. So if you're growing, then you have struggles. If you're growing, then you grow through trauma, through desperation, and so on and so forth. Well, love is another such phenomenon. Um, Love in its purest form is very rarely experienced by any of us in life because, in its purest form, love is simply energy, it is just flowing. But for us, love comes in various packages and formats, right? We have love equals to possessiveness. For a lot of us, love is equal to suffocation. For a lot of us, love is equal to discipline. For some of us, love is equal to abuse. Um, we also have certain expectations when it comes to love. So, love is equal to a certain level of communication every day, or love is equal to saying so and so. If the person doesn't remember my birthday, then the person doesn't love me, and so on and so forth. So we have so many associations, and whether we like it or not, our definitions of love again start getting set in childhood when we look at our parents and see them interact with each other, and mostly through the mother, but also how the mother responds to the father and the behavior of the father, right? Hence, we associate love with what we see them do. So, if we see a power play in love by our parents, then that's what we get. We believe that love is power play. I always have to have an upper hand. If we see the father abusing the mother or vice versa, then love also becomes equal to abuse. And even though we want to do away with that, we keep attracting similar patterns, right? So, today, let's begin a little bit of work to align to love in its purest form and disassociate these beliefs, these wrappers that we put love in. Yeah. So we're going to try and connect to that child in us who has these beliefs and see if we can help the child understand that these are but just something that he or she observed, and that needn't become the only definition that he or she has of love. Yeah. Okay. So let's begin with closing our eyes and take a few deep breaths in and out. And as you take a few deep breaths in and out, just give yourself the permission to relax. And with every breath in and out, allow yourself to connect to your body, to your higher consciousness, to radical consciousness, and to the ultimate consciousness. Request masters, your healing angels, guides to assist you, to be with you. And in this space, imagine or visualize yourself in a room. This can be a room you've been to before or a completely new room that your mind's eye imagines or creates. But it is a room where you feel in control and you feel very, very safe. So, in this room, take up a comfortable position. And now, through the door of this room, call upon that version of the younger you, which first started forming associations with love and relationships based on what they observed as a dynamic between their parents. So, into the room, please invite that younger you who, for the first time, started building those associations with love, with relationships based on what he or she saw or observed with their parents. Now, whether they belong to you or no doesn't matter, but you pick them up from there. Some could be serving you, some could not be serving you. So let that younger you appear in front of you and ask him or her to take up a position in the room as well. And really look at that child and ask that child, so what do we feel love is? What package does it come in for us? And is all of it working for us? Or can we have a healthier relationship with love, a healthier alignment to love? So look at that child and please say, with soul's love, we transform and transcend our adverse associations with love. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our adverse associations with love. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our borrowed beliefs related to love. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our borrowed beliefs related to love. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our borrowed beliefs related to love. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our association of love with abuse. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our association of love with abuse. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our association of love with discipline. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our association of love with discipline. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our association of love with unfulfillment. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our association of love with unfulfillment. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our association of love with the need to prove ourselves. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our association of love with the need to prove ourselves. With soul's love, we transform and transcend our association of love with the need to prove ourselves. And look at that child now and ask the child if there is any other association coming up and keep transforming and transcending that. Take a minute or two to do that in your own space, whether it is attachment, whether it's rejection. Just keep transforming and transcending whatever associations and beliefs that child is carrying related to love and relationships. And then look at that child and say to it that I'm sorry, I wasn't there for you. Know that I love you. I accept you. And it is time we free ourselves from any karmic learnings which comes from our parental beliefs related to love. I love you. Please forgive me. And I liberate both of us from any more karmic learnings related to love which come from our parents. Give that younger you that hug, that love that it is seeking. Let that part of you know that he or she is taken care of always. And let that adult in you, with awareness, with love, with nurturance, with care, embrace this child in you so that it is a part of you, but it is healed, it's integrated. So look at that child and please say, I heal and integrate you into me. 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 I awaken the consciousness of love in us, and I synchronize with the flow of love. I awaken the consciousness of love in us and through us, and I synchronize with the flow of love. And in this space, as you integrate with that child in you, more healed, more at peace, imagine a shaft of beautiful pink purple light coming from above, the consciousness of love flowing into you, and align yourself to this. Become one with this. This is the consciousness we deserve, and we are all blessed with it. Just say yes to it. And then, with that, slowly start stepping out of this space, knowing that you are and you will be able to connect to this love consciousness anytime you want. And keep helping the child in you connect to this love consciousness as well. Slowly coming back into the here and now. Let all scenes and images disappear. Integrating your senses, emotions back into the body, back into the present moment. Take a deep breath in and out. And whenever you feel ready, you may blink open your eyes. If anyone has anything to ask or share, you can please put it on the chat box. Now, a few things. You can keep working with these associations that come up with love. Yeah, this will be like a 21-day process. So sit with yourself every day and just ask yourself, what are my associations with love? What does the child in me feel love is? And keep transforming and transcending them till, I'm not saying you have to get adverse to any of it, but you can be neutral. It's not to say that that is not love, but there are other forms as well. And when you are neutral, you open up to the possibility of those, right? So work with that maybe for the next 21 days. This there'll be maybe a long list that we have with associations of love. There's a lot that can fit in adverse associations and parental beliefs, right? So work with a bit of both of them. And what is very important is that both the adult in you, which is you, and the child in you start becoming neutral to that. So that's why with the child, do that. And then both of you align to the consciousness of love. That's the process that'll also help the child in you and the adult in you align at the same time. Because a lot of times the adult is aware, but it is the child in us that keeps coming up and like poking little things and then, no, but I want this, but I want it this way. Yeah. So work a little bit with that and see how it feels. And if there's any sort of assistance or help that you need, please write to me. If you would like me to cover any particular topic or go deeper with something, I can maybe plan out a short workshop or another live session. So do write to me. I'm very open to all of that. Um, and yeah, and if there is anything here that has come up and you don't know how to handle it, maybe write it here or write to me separately and I will reply. Okay. Yeah, on that note, thank you so much, whoever has joined in. Please feel free to share this ahead with whoever you think could benefit from it. And for all those of you who do not know this, I'm also conducting a certification course on seven chakras in June. So if you want to join in for that, please reach out. We're also doing a very beautiful, and I almost call it like a sacrimonious retreat in November in the outskirts of Bangalore, wherein we do a lot of deep healing. A group of us meet. We cover a lot of different topics about life, energy work, about parents, our relationship with money, um, and it's like just 4 days of just being together and working on all these things. So that's something that interests you as well. Please reach out. Yeah, and yeah, hope to see you all soon. I will try and do another session next week as well. Yeah, thank you for joining. Take care. Thanks, Monica. Thanks, Babas.